Okay, 26.2 has just been announced. We'll talk through the workout, what it is, some strategies, and then some standards. Should be a fun one. So, the RX workout is an 80-foot overhead walking lunge. That's with a 50 and 35-pound dumbbell, 50 for the males, 35 for the ladies. So 80 feet.
Hello, Skylar from the future editing. We decided to not do what Cody's about to say, so I cut that out, and we're doing what I'm about to say instead. The 80-foot lunge will be in 20-foot sections. So you will lunge down 20 feet, come back, that's 40, 60, and 80.
So we're gonna do an 80-foot walking lunge. Then you're gonna set the dumbbell down, you're gonna do 20 dumbbell snatches. That's coming up all the way overhead, right? We're not stopping at the shoulder. He'll talk more about that. Then from there, you're gonna do 20 pull-ups. That's just getting the chin over the bar. And then we're back into 80-foot overhead walking lunge. After that, you're gonna go into 20 dumbbell snatches. Then you're gonna go 20 chest to bar pull-ups, okay? So he'll talk about the standard with that. And then again, 80-foot walking lunge, 20 dumbbell snatches, and then we're gonna finish out with 20 ring muscle ups. Now we get it, we don't have rings here, so that's gonna be kind of tricky.
Hello again. If you are somebody who's RXing the workout and you're confident you're gonna get through the chest to bars and you are like, I think I want to try ring muscle ups, we'll have a conversation with you. We're gonna require you to get bar muscle ups before that and show us that you can do that, because those are easier than ring muscle ups. And then if you can prove that, then we will find out a way for you to be able to do them.
But I'll kind of talk about strategy, because getting to that is going to be really challenging for 99% of the people in the world, in the open. And realistically, it's one of the hardest movements to get. So yeah, we'll talk more about that, but for now he'll talk about the rest.
Yes, okay, so that was all RX. Masters 55 plus RX is the exact same workout, except it's a 35 and 20 pound dumbbell. Everything else is the same with the pulling gymnastic movements. Scaled from ages 16 through 54 is also going to be a 35 and 20 pound dumbbell. Your gymnastics progression is going to be jumping pull-ups, then normal pull-ups, then chest to bar pull-ups. Masters scaled is going to be a 20 and a 10 pound dumbbell. You're going to do jumping pull-ups, then jumping chest to bar, and then normal pull-ups. We will get into the standards for all those and what they mean after Cody is going to go through your strategies first.
So strategies, okay. This is a workout that is not going to be necessarily as easy to complete, right? We saw this last year where the first workout everyone was able to complete all the way through, hopefully RX, and then the second workout is kind of where they separate people. And so that's what we're looking at with this. Regular pull-ups, chest to bar, and ring muscle-ups are not easy movements for 99.9% of people. So what we recommend is you try for RX as long as you possibly can. Okay, doing RX up until the pull-ups, and then you're doing pull-ups one at a time, is significantly better on the leaderboard, and it's also cooler to see how far you can go, push yourself, and how far you can go. So I would say try for RX as long as you can. One thing we told people last week is go RX as long as you can, and then when you can't, just drop down to scaled. Your score will still be what your RX was, but to finish out the whole workout in scaled is totally fine. So if you get through the 80-foot lunge, you get through the 20 dumbbell snatches, you do 20 pull-ups one at a time, and then you do your 80-foot lunge, 20 dumbbell snatches, and you're like, I physically cannot do chest to bar, that's okay. Like, then from there, scale back to whatever the scale is or whatever you need to, and that will be your score.
Or you can try for 5 minutes to try to get one.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever, however you want to figure it out, that's totally fine. I would say try to go RX as long as possible.
I think you should judge whether you're going RX or scaled only based off of the dumbbell weight.
Yeah.
Don't even
Correct.
worry about the pulling stuff.
Yeah.
If you can do the RX lunges and snatches,
It's a
Do
better
it.
score. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
do
a,
it.
that right there is a better score than you getting through scaled all the way. Okay, for those that are going to be pushing to get kind of further into the workout, you're like, I got chest to bar. Even if it's one at a time, I might be able to get a couple ring muscle ups or whatever. Break early. Okay, so however that looks, unless you're in the top 1%, break early and kind of often. So break up the pull ups. Don't think like I could probably do tens on the pull up, but it's gonna hurt me. Don't do that. Just break it up. Even if it's singles, that's gonna pay so much better for you in the later. Dumbbells. This is a big thing. If you're gonna go far into the workout, dumbbell snatches, it is the tie break. So that means when you get to dumbbell snatches, don't chalk up, don't take a sip of water, get through that as fast as possible when you know that's going to be probably your score or tie break score. This is a workout that most people, there's going to be a big bottleneck of tie breaks.
a lot of times,
A
like
lot of ties. This is going to be,
tens of thousands
Yeah.
of people will be tied right before the chest to bar or right before the pull up or the muscle up.
yeah. So
Like
this is where
Thousands.
push those dumbbell snatches and get them done early because even a second can mean probably hundreds, if not thousands, on the leaderboard. No reps.
Real quick on that.
Oh yeah,
If you're somebody who cannot get a pull up, you know that, but you can RX the dumbbell, your workout should be a sprint of 80-foot lunges and 20 snatches. That should be fast.
yeah. It's harder
And that
than-
tie break time is your workout time, basically.
Yep, and yeah, and then again, if you get through that, you physically cannot do a pull up, then you can scale the rest of the workout. That's totally fine. But sprint that first a little bit. No reps. He'll go through standards. No reps are costly, right? Very problematic. Very bad, especially on the lunge. So you have to cross over that tape for it to count. Please do not make it hard on the judges and you step right in front and you're like, oh, I'm good. Step past it, okay? Because if you get no rep, you have to do that whole section over again. And judges wise, that's gonna suck. Big thing after that is hand switch with the lunge. You don't have to. You can stay one arm. Haley, I'm sure you're gonna want to do right arm or whatever the whole time. That's fine. You can do that the whole time. But it does help kind of relieve a little bit as those arms are going to be feeling it for sure. So if you go 20 feet, switch at 20 feet, go left arm, then switch back, and then switch. It's just going to relieve your arms a little bit more, especially with those dumbbell snatches coming up. Overall, big thing, try for RX. Go as long as you can and sprint into those dumbbell snatches. And then you can scale the rest of the way. And if you're trying to go far in this workout, break it up early, and it should be good.
All right, couple of things, couple of rules, and then we'll do standards. Number one rule, not number one rule, but the first rule, is a lot of us have grips for our pull-ups and stuff now. You're not allowed to use them on the dumbbell. So if you have them, you need to either let them flap over while you grab the dumbbell or turn them to the back side of your hand. You can't use them. I think that's kind of lame, but oh well. Next thing, on the dumbbell in general, but mostly on the lunges, you need to have a full grip on the metal handle. You cannot hold it on the rubber head.
Yeah.
You can go here and have your hand as close to there as possible. I don't know if you can see this, but you can have it resting like that, but I can't be holding it like that.
Hopefully they see that.
Yeah. On the lunge, your back knee needs to be touching the ground, physically touch the ground. You can wear knee sleeves. You cannot wear a double layer of knee sleeves.
Darn.
You can't wear knee sleeves and then volleyball knee pads. Also on the lunge, you do not have to switch feet. You could lead with your left foot every single rep if you want.
I would say do switch feet, just
Yeah.
make it easier on your legs, but
Yeah.
you don't have to.
And then the dumbbell snatch, similar to the box step overs last week, Your hand that is not working cannot touch your body. So it cannot be resting on your leg like that or like that.
Pushing off, yeah.
You need to have it kind of out like that. And we say it often in class when we do dumbbell snatches, which first of all, you guys are gonna rock it because that might be our number one movement besides rowing and biking. Don't you think?
Burpees.
And burpees, yeah. Both heads need to touch the ground. They don't have to be simultaneous. My knees are the ground. It could be like that on the way up, but they do both need to touch. You can't just go down and up like that. Okay, so he's got it up. He's not holding the head of the dumbbell. Go ahead and lunge out, Cody. He's going to have that back knee touch the ground, and now he's fully locked out at the top. Go ahead and do another one. Nice. Let's turn around and do it with a no rep of your knee not touching the ground. Oh, no. Bad. Bad again. No rep. Another thing is, if he does not get his hips and knees fully extended on the lunge, like you can't just stay squatted down like that. See how his knees are not fully standing up. You can't do a duck walk or anything like that. Again, he needs to have both heads on the ground. His opposite hand is not touching his body. He's in that overhead position. Can you freeze up there? Next one. So he's over his head, and it's slightly behind his head. Can you go to where it'd be sketchy? Right there, that's a no rep. Can you go where it'd be medium? That we'd probably count, but if it's from front of your face, that is a no rep. So it needs to be locked out behind. And you have to be kind of patient when you do that. Now let's do your hips and knees not locked out. No rep. See how he's hunched over with his waist? He needs his hips to fully stand up. Now go waist good, but knees bad. If you can. It's yeah, kind of in a squat still. Cool. Now touch your opposite hand to your legs. He's using his opposite hand to press off of. That you cannot do. Now touch one dumbbell head. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to keep this in.
Please edit this.
No. For pull-ups, the one thing I forgot to mention was with the jumping pull-ups and master's scale doing jumping chest to bar pull-ups, you must start with your head 6 inches below the pull-up bar. So right there, probably good. We will have a measuring tape. And then you also start the rep with your elbows fully locked out, and you can jump and get your chin over the bar like so, crossing that horizontal plane. And then chest to bar, it literally has to touch your chest below your collarbone for the rep to count, similar to a toes to bar where your toes have to touch